Escapist. Escape game? Sure. Good game? Let's find out. How's it going, Blue Dudes? My name's Dr. Blue, and welcome to the Escapist Blue Review. Now remember, this is my opinion, I'm sure you've got one of your own. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, so let's get into it. Now, I gotta admit, a lot of my first impressions for this game came from the trailer that was released for this game. I can't show it here because otherwise I'll get a copyright strike, but I will leave a link to it down below. So if you guys want to go see that and know what I'm talking about, go and see it now. Go now. I'll wait for you. Did you see it? Alright, good. So, as soon as I saw that trailer, I was really hooked on this game. I really wanted to get this. I was like, but damn, this looks exciting. I want to get this game. The music for that trailer really kind of set it in tone. I really wanted to play it after I saw that trailer. And as soon as I got from the game for myself, I started playing it with you guys. I was like, alright, it's time to plot our escape. I felt like a real prisoner, and I was wondering how elaborate this was all going to be. Those thoughts soon changed. But before we get into that, I'm going to talk about the features. Moving on to the features side of this game. First of all, I loved that you could name all your little prisoners and your little guards, which I took full advantage of. It gave a good personal feel to the whole prison experience. Like, you know, you and your friends trapped inside this prison, and you can name your guards whatever you want. And if you're a little salty, you could probably name your guards your enemies or something. But I just decided video game characters. And all of the prisons were set in somewhat different environments. And the, Sona, well, it wasn't called Sona, San Pancho was based on Sona, so that was set in a deserty environment. Starlight Flucht in a snowy environment, and Centre Perks and HMP Irongate and Shankton State Pen were all kind of humid environments and sunny. So there was like a lot of variation in terms of weather, and the prison searches, the cell searches at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, to keep you on your toes and constantly keep you on the edge of your seat and be concerned and definitely turn up for these roll calls. Midday roll call, oh shit, that spices things up. So they search your cell like 3 times a day now. Shit. And there were so many recipes, so many different items you could craft out of otherwise seemingly useless items, but it really showed the ingenuity of your prisoner and how desperate he was to get out of this prison. The prisons were getting increasingly complicated as you went through each one too, which showed whoever was locking you up was really concerned about said prisoner. But for an escaping game, they really did set the prison atmosphere really well throughout the whole world in the game. And the little references to the game as well, to Chuck Norris, Jim Sterling, Prison Break, and I'm sure many others that I didn't even notice, were pretty great. And it was just some of the little things that make up the good parts of this game. Oh, and the little messages from the wardens teasing you as well were pretty funny. Oh wow, we've got fucking cameras that watch us. Okay, listen here, maggot. You know why you're here, so no point crying about it. Generally feared as the highest security prison ever, her HMP Irongate is where you'll live out the rest of your meaningless existence. Escape, you say? Don't make me laugh. The handful of idiots who tried met a watery demise trying to swim off the island? Still, chin up, eh? Warden Bernie Lering. Fuck, I gotta swim? Well, shit. Now, the criticisms for this game vary in different parts. For instance, the tutorial for this game wasn't really accurate in any way. I get that it may have been a dream and it was just to kind of take the piss out of how hard these escapes can really be. As an indie game, I can't really take it too seriously, but I do feel that a legitimate tutorial, maybe just a tiny separate prison, wasn't in one of the 60 to escape, would have been fine, because then it wouldn't have had to tell you how to get out of Centre Perks, but at the same time, it would give you the skills you needed to escape those 6 prisons. Oh my god, every time I try to do something in this fucking game, there's like some little setback, like every fucking time. Like, I don't know, there'll be a fucking cell search and I don't have enough. There'll be a fucking, like, materials I can't. This game is full of setbacks and it's really pissing me off. Ugh. Oh my fucking god. because on the first prison I was basically clueless and it took me ages to escape. Now you could say, oh Doc, you're just bad at the game. Well, maybe so, but once I knew how to play it and I went back, I did a 25-minute speedrun of Centerperks and escaped in one episode. But that was only because then I'd escaped all the others and I got the experience. So as I said, when you're really new at the game with no experience, it's really tough to get a grip on the game, and I feel that fact could take some people like myself 10 episodes to escape, could easily put some people off of this game. And some of the items, like the dead rat and the family photos, were nice little touches, I suppose, but they could have used some of these useless items and got rid of them, and then maybe given a map item instead, so that you could buy off of other prisoners that would show a map of the actual prison, so you could actually plot out your escape route. And maybe sometimes you could talk to other prisoners and they could give you little tips about the prison and, all these jeep patrols and, oh, I can hear these jeeps at night and shit like that. Or even the tip line phone could help you out instead of giving you useless recipes that you already have. So fast. I want to buy a tip. I fucking knew that, didn't I? I swear this game should fucking read my fucking recipes and look, oh look, Doc's got this recipe, let's not give him the fucking tip because it'll be fucking pointless. Oh, maybe even an option to bribe a guard to leave a door open at a certain time, and maybe have to do a little task for him. Like say you're talking to a guard and you want to bribe him to leave this door open, but he's got a risk factor on it. So let's say that factor is 60%, and you could do him loads of little favors and get on his good side, and eventually that risk factor would be like 2%, and so that 2% will be like. That risk factor would be the amount that he could turn you in, and if you get it down to little, he'll leave the door open for you, or if you don't get the risk factor down, he'll turn you in. I don't know, it was just, maybe Prison with a Psych Ward could be added, so that you could bleach your uniform, like Prison Break in Fox River. I know I didn't use much variety in my escapes, but more opportunities within the prison would have definitely kicked this game up a notch or two. And some more character skins would have been nice too, because there was about 5 or 6, but that was it. It could have been used more variation, I think. So I feel that the game was a little repetitive in places too, and sometimes you were completely clueless about the actual prisons, like Jungle Compound. If I hadn't known that prison thing was in the top right where you get the key, I would never have escaped. I had to Google that. So the prisons, they were a bit hard to escape because you knew basically nothing about them. Overall, I feel that this game missed a few opportunities to improve the immersion, but it did provide the right atmosphere, and for a Christmas special, I will be going back to this game to go over Santa's Sweatshop. So finally, for a true rating, I'm going to have to give this game a 5 average. Although it is an indie game, I feel that this has a lot of missed opportunities, and in the past we have seen excellent indie games, but this one just sticks at about halfway for me. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Blue review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I've been Dr. Blue, you've been my audience, and I'll see you guys next time.